Do you like the feel of an adrenaline rush? Well, picture this. You're on a 1,000-pound horse, hooves stampeding the ground, crowd cheering loudly, music turned up loud, and it's just you and your horse against the clock trying to make the perfect run. Today I'm going to tell you how to make the perfect barrel pattern to be successful in your rodeo career. There are 4 main points that you need to remember each time you head up the alleyway to make a run. Number 1, vacuum cleaner. Number 2, pocket. Number 3, straighter longer. And number 4, trust your horse. First things first, don't let the vacuum cleaner in the alleyway suck your brain up before you get into the arena. Of course, there is no actual vacuum cleaner present, but sometimes when you have had a bad run, it's not your horse. It's because your brain was sucked up in the alleyway and you lost all train of thought after you entered the arena. So get ready and be prepared. About 5 runners before you need to make sure your saddle is adjusted and tight. After doing this, get back on your horse and get everything else situated. Make sure your rubber bands are in place, and so you don't lose your stirrups throughout the pattern, and go ahead and have your whip in hand. This will prepare you to get ready to hustle. At this point in time, it should be getting close to your name being called to enter the arena. Get your horse ready. Make sure he is alert and ready to run as you start to head up the alleyway. Don't let that vacuum cleaner make you lose all train of thought and forget steps number 2, 3, and 4. So you're out of the alleyway and into the arena now. The barrels are set in a cloverleaf pattern. It's up to you which barrel you go to first, left or right, it doesn't matter, but make sure you give him a big enough pocket so that he can turn. You don't want a real wide pocket, as this will cause your horse to drop his shoulder and hit the barrel. However, you don't want a real narrow pocket either, as this will cause your horse to run past the first barrel and lose time. How big of a pocket your horse needs varies greatly. Bigger horses will ultimately need wider pockets, and smaller horses you will be able to give a more narrow pocket. Doing small exercises at home will help you to determine how big or small of a pocket your horse needs. Your first barrel is your money barrel. Your horse is running full speed at it, and if you're not scared of the speed going to the first barrel, then you're not going fast enough. As your horse approaches the first barrel, set up and sit down in the saddle and say whoa to cue your horse to stop. If everything is right, he'll wrap right around it, and before you know it, you will be headed to the second barrel. After you get around the first barrel and you're headed to the second barrel, remember straighter or longer. You want your horse to run straight to the second and third barrel to keep from losing time. Keep your hands down and hustle all the way. If you're an aggressive rider in between the first and second barrel, the second and third barrel, and the third barrel back to the alleyway, you should be whipping and kicking your horse, asking him to give you all he's got. Hustle, hustle, hustle. This is where the heat really gets turned on, and you're encouraging your horse to finish strong. Throughout the whole pattern, and the most important step of them all, is trust your horse. Let him do the work and you just hold on. You can't fight with him throughout the pattern. This will only cause you to lose time on the clock in the long run. Show no fear and ride aggressively. The worst thing that could happen is you fall off trying to win, which is better than staying on and coming in last. Today I told you how to achieve the perfect barrel pattern for success in your rodeo career. Just remember, number 1, vacuum cleaner. Number 2, pocket. Number 3, straighter longer. And number 4, trust your horse. You've got what it takes, and now you know what it takes to have a successful barrel pattern. Live it, love it, dream it, and your horse will take you to the pay window every time.